welcome to the Spicy Tales podcast.
Don't even remember the name of her own podcast.
Sorry, I was laughing at something else. My bad. So welcome back. And we're back with our matching outfits.
We didn't even acknowledge last episode.
No, we didn't.
We have matching outfits.
Yes.
We got them at College Spring.
Yeah, Spring.
College Spring. I went ham. I bought.
Oh yeah, she bought every single one of these in every.
This is when I found out Afterpay. Big mistake. Big mistake.
No,
it's beneficial for some situations. I did Apple Pay Bright for my MacBook, so it was great. But I was wilding out.
Let me tell you something about Afterpay. Afterpay will have motherfuckers who ain't got no good credit feeling like they can get anything they want because there's nothing can stop you with a little Afterpay and a little moolah in your pocket. Right, you could do whatever you want. Yeah, the credit card declined you, but the Afterpay ain't going to decline you. Those 4 payments are going to come out.
Yep. But like when I got these sweatsuits, I bought like 4 of them. And this was like $60, the whole entire set.
Entire thing,
yeah, it was lit. I don't know what that math is, but it was expensive. And I did Afterpay because Afterpay is like, they break them up into perfectly even separate payments. And you're just like, well, I don't have the whole lump sum.
But I got a quarter.
Which means I shouldn't buy it, but I'm going to buy.
She's like, but you know what? I ain't got the whole amount, but I got 1/4 of that payment coming for you. Don't worry about it.
And yeah, I was paying for that for like 2 months. It was a quick one, but it hurt. It hurt. It was like another car payment or another car insurance. Like it was heavy.
Speaking of car insurance, because I'm hella cheesed about this.
Your car insurance?
My car insurance.
You already said this.
I don't care.
Oh my. And I have the worst memory. Oh my God.
I'm so upset.
My sister will like recall my childhood because I'm not kidding. I don't know if it's a trauma response, but I have blacked out so much of my childhood. Like I don't remember my childhood. And
I feel like I remember too much.
And you remember so much.
I'm also older than you.
Yeah, but I was there. Like, it's to the point,
but
even if I'm, like, in grade 6, like, it's just very fuzzy to me, whereas you can remember something. And, like, you'll spark my memory, but, like, if you didn't say it, I wouldn't have even known it happened.
Yeah, that was rough. You should talk about your sleep.
Well, you should talk about your spicy tale.
Oh yeah, so my spicy tale. So I went to Colombia this time last year. Actually, I was in Colombia.
Yeah, damn.
I want to go.
Snapchat really be like,
yo,
telling
Snapchat
you
is
how
the worst
great
because
you used
Snapchat's
to be.
like, yo, a year ago today, you were happy.
Shit.
You were living your life.
Sure, you were broke, but you were fucking living life.
You were up one. And now I'm like, damn, I'm not going anywhere this year. Like,
I'm responsible. Being responsible.
So
sucks.
I went to Colombia with my really good friend Paige. We had a really good time. We went to Bogota first, then we went to Cartagena.
It looked beautiful, honestly.
It was fucking gorgeous. Go. It was so nice. I want to go again. But
well, I'll come with you when you go.
So we went to Bogota and Cartagena. So we spent the first days in Bogota. And when we went, like, first of all, when we first got to Bogota, we had a very scary situation happen at the airport. We were talking to a cab because we were trying to get to the Airbnb, and some guy tried to snatch Paige's purse off her shoulder, and she like grabbed it back.
Oh my
and then
God.
So we get in the cab, we put in the address in our GPS because we want to make sure he's not taking us anywhere sketch.
Bogota starting out with a bang already.
Right? Like after that, so already like Paige almost got her purse snatched, so she's on high alert. Me, I didn't even notice. Like me, I'm just, you know me, la la la, like just living my life. How much do I owe you? Like I'm not paying attention. So then we get in the cab.
Which is funny because I literally just talked about how much you pay attention. Really?
At the time.
Oh.
Okay? That was pre my terrifying fucking fear of all that shit. Like
no, but I'm talking about when you spotted the cop.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
didn't notice her because I was practicing my terrible Spanish.
That's good though. That means you're you're good to travel because you're just like, oh, we're safe.
Are we? Anyway, so we get in the cab. We put in the address in the GPS. And the cab is going completely the opposite way. Like he's driving, like it's saying like he's going west and it's saying to go east. So I'm like, and every time it's saying, make a U-turn, make a U-turn.
Oh no.
Make a U-turn. And he's just driving. And I'm like.
And you didn't say anything?
First of all, the guy didn't speak English. So Paige is like, excuse me, I think
you should use that translator
We
app.
did.
Oh. Okay.
Anyways, so she's like, I think you're going the wrong way. Like, we're trying to get him to like, he's like, no, like, basically, like, the fuck are you talking about? Like,
I know
shut the
how to
fuck
get
up. I know
there.
where I'm going. I'm from here. Like, you
Right.
just got off a plane. You don't even know. Look at you with your winter coat in your hand. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay? Facts. So then he's driving. And at this point, I'm like, we're going to get killed. We're done. It's over for us. So I'm taking a picture of the guy's, like, little card in the back with his name and all his info. I'm sending it to my other friend.
But do you
sharing
think,
location?
Because I just hear my boyfriend being like I would have, blah, 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 I would have, but like...
Everybody would have, okay? You always would have done but you were not there.
But I feel like it's girls, though. We do shit like this.
Anyways, so then he turns down this sketchy alley, and I'm like, it's over. They're gonna take our organs.
Yep.
They're gonna kill us. Like, we're gonna get
I'm gonna have
traffic,
to freaking
like,
find you.
I had already shared my location with every single person I could think of at this point. You know how bad? No, let me tell you how scared I was. I took my freaking Apple Watch off and tied it around my ankle and hid it underneath my pants because I was like, I need this to show my location as long as it can. I don't give a damn. Anyways, so then we turned down
your freaking your
ankle monitor.
Your ankle monitor.
They're like, ma'am, you're not allowed to be in this country. The fuck? Like, you're a wanted criminal, ma'am. But like, anyway,
your wrist and your ankle are the same. My shit won't.
First of all, this is like it's loose and it's on the second. It was on the last one.
Okay.
You know. But anyways, so then we turn down this sketchy thing and we're looking, and then he stops in front and he's like, "You're here," and I look at the picture and I look outside. I'm like, "Oh shit, we are here." So it turned out that the Airbnb put the wrong location on the app. So that's what fucked us up. Because, like, we were terrified.
So bad.
Yeah, and so we actually...
Did you tell them?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Well, Paige did because it was under her. But, like, she let them know. Like, by the way, when you put this in the address, it goes completely on the other side of the freaking
Everyone's going to think they're getting kidnapped.
Basically.
Yeah.
Then we met this really nice guy named Miguel. Shout out to Miguel. Doubt he'll ever hear it, but whatever. He was, first of all, he was a fucking bike tourist. And he wanted us to go on a bike tour. Bogota is nothing but hills. I'm like, sir, I have asthma. I'm not driving a bike up and down a bunch of hills.
It would have been a great workout.
But anyway, so we met Miguel. He was super nice. And then we were talking about weed. And that's how we became besties with him because, you know, me and my weed. And then so we basically didn't follow any of the security things that they told us to follow. Like, you know, don't follow strangers and go places with randoms and let them in your home. Yeah, we didn't follow any of that.
Wow.
So we trekked to the slums of Bogota. And when I say slums, I mean...
Were you scared?
No, Miguel was there. It was cool. He was chill. But it was definitely eye-opening. Like,
really?
I thought I had seen poorness.
Poverty.
Poverty, thank you. I thought I had seen poverty, but bruh.
Really?
Like, there was like...
I mean, it's Colombia.
Like, literally ODing in the street. Like, just like, they look like skeletons. Like,
and when I said it's Colombia, I didn't mean that. Colombia's ratchet as fuck.
Yeah.
But what is it called? Like, is it considered a second world or is it giving third? Those streets were.
I'm pretty sure it's a third world country.
Oh.
The money is worth nothing. Like
the cocaina, though.
It's covered in cocaina and coffee. So that's probably why everyone's in such a good mood.
And it's just beautiful out there.
It's beautiful. And everyone was wearing long sleeves, which should have been my...
You should have known.
I should have known.
I get it, though. That makes so much sense. The sun is
I came back with
there.
a wicked sunburn.
I remember.
And I never felt more betrayed by my blackness in my life. Because I was like, wow, I really got a fucking sunburn. Like, it was bad, bro. And it hurt so bad.
There was a line of demarcation where your wig is.
Why would you do that? Why would you even do that? Oh, wow.
I mean, guys, if you have a wig, you know. I've seen it happen to other people, but
it was pretty bad.
That shit was live.
It was. And my brother is so disrespectful. When I came home and I was significantly darker than what I am.
Hilarious.
And he's like, and I'm like, I come in the house and he comes down and he's like, Stacy? And I was like, oh, you so rude. Like, he's like, you're so dark. I thought you were Stacy. I was like, get out of here, you fucking asshole. I was like, wow. Like, he came for me. He really did. Like,
oh my God.
I was like, wow. All right. That's cool. Anyways, so I also got scammed in Bogota. Or not in Bogota, sorry, in Cartagena. I got scammed.
There was the boat thing?
No, I didn't get scammed from
Oh, yeah,
that. That was
someone
the
else got-
Americans.
okay.
They're morons, but they got scammed out of like $400 each, which was rough. I got
Yeah, be
scammed out of
careful out there
$60
with the
Canadian.
excursions.
I was scammed because this freaking guy comes up to us and then he's like, "You guys want to buy weed?" And I was like, "No, we can buy it later." But then my friend's like, "Let's just get it now because like we're not gonna come back." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." And this motherfucker comes back with a black little bag, and me not thinking, I didn't open it because I'm like, "Okay, thanks, whatever." And I go back to the room and it's freaking chamomile leaves. You know how pissed I was? I was like, damn it, I was really not impressed. Especially because in Bogota I had bought like 5 grams of weed for $20.
And that's expensive or not expensive?
I mean, I don't think so.
Okay. Isn't the weed expensive there?
The weed is more expensive than the cocaine, I can tell you that much.
It's really expensive there? Like what? I don't know what the prices are for
The
weed.
thing is that like, cause like when we were converting everything in from pesos, so like I don't really. It was really.
Well, how much
cheap.
was it American?
I gave him a 20 and he gave me like almost, like basically almost a quarter, which is 7 grams.
And okay.
Like here, we would have paid for a quarter. Like if you're paying for per gram, you would have paid like $70 per gram. But like most people will give it to you for like, I don't know, like 50, 60 bucks, $50, maybe less, 45, 50.
I don't know. I don't
you
know weed.
You're not the one that.
I don't
buys
know
the
weed calculations.
Yeah. No.
Even back in the day, I think I would buy 1 gram for like $7.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
At the dispensary?
No, just from a guy.
Nah, no one's selling you for $7. It's probably 10.
No, because it was like this girl's boyfriend. So he would just give us.
Oh, so he had changed.
And it was literally just 1 gram. Like that would hold us for like ever.
8 weeks.
I am not
a gram
big
would
weed
last me a
smoker.
day. Not even.
Like
Well,
there
yeah,
have been times where I go ham like that, but that's because the people
I
around
was gonna
me
say
are
that's 'cause
smokers.
everyone around you smoking.
Yeah, because
Not
if it's
you.
just me, like 1 gram could last months.
Take a puff every other day.
And I learned to inhale way later. Like I started smoking at like 23, and then probably like 24 is when you were like, you're doing it wrong.
We're literally
And
smoking.
I'm like,
First of
oh,
all,
maybe that's.
And not only are we smoking, we're smoking like really good shit that was mad expensive. This girl's there. I'm like, what are you doing? You're not even inhaling. She's like, oh, was I supposed to? Like, yeah. How you gonna get high? She's like, I don't feel anything when I smoke weed. And then she finally inhales and she's like sitting there all
No,
eyes,
one of the first time I
pink, red
smoked
eyes.
weed,
Like,
I did a bong hit.
oh no, that's why you wildin'.
Oh my god, these freaking bong hits. I did a bong hit, and till this day, it had to have been laced or something because
Laced with what?
I don't know.
Who laced it?
It wasn't laced.
I know it wasn't.
It was
That's why I'm
just
looking
a
at you like that.
typical bong hit.
Yeah,
And I
almost died.
greened out. I almost died. We were trying to go into Crazy Horse. I was in the line. I'm like, I can't go in that building. My best friend was like, why? And I'm like, because I'm too big.
You know, Shasha once told me that she also had a trip that she smoked and thought she was too big to
I
fit
thought I
inside
was
the
too
store.
big.
That is the weird. I've
And-
never heard that.
and,
But like,
like-
that's so weird.
And Diana was literally like, oh my god, okay.
Diana's
so,
probably like this dumbass.
Like she was just like, oh my god, she was just like, Kay, like I'm gonna call your boyfriend. She calls my boyfriend. I felt like I was gonna cry. Like she was like, low key, I was kind of annoyed because I didn't get to see you cry.
Yeah, that's fact. Because you
But
don't cry often.
but I felt like crying so badly, and like when she called my boyfriend, I was so pissed that she called my boyfriend. And then when he came, this is my ex-boyfriend, when he came and he was trying to get me to get in his car, I was like, I felt like I wasn't being heard because I was like, he's trying to force me in the car and I can't fit.
Okay.
What calmed me down, and this actually calms me down all the times, is having tea. So we went to McDonald's and I had tea, and I felt
That's what
so
calms
much
you
better.
down?
Yeah.
What, tea shrank you back down?
Oh my god, I just felt human again. I wasn't a
in Alice in
freaking
Wonderland when
giant.
she eats random things and gets giant. And
Yes,
that's
what
you.
I thought I was.
That's freaking.
And then
hilarious.
Diana was just like, yeah, like I was just there like trying to help you out, but like my face was melting. And that's what I mean by like the weed was, I don't know, weed back in the day was on some shit because
I honestly don't like I don't know. I've never had that kind of experience on weed.
yeah,
Mushrooms, yeah, but not weed.
yeah, weed's done some crazy things.
Really, eh?
I greened out smoking weed like that. No, one bong hit, so that was that time, and then like a couple other times smoking a joint, and then a couple other times with edibles.
Oh, the edibles will get
So
you.
yeah,
The edibles will get you.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty like well, not notorious, but like pretty avid like weed smoker,
Mhm.
and even the edibles will get
But we
me.
had I had a gummy when we were on Friday, and
Okay, that gummy was
that-
weak as hell.
I know you said it was 200.
It was supposed to be. I don't know, Stacy. When I went, I went to Cirque du Soleil.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for your birthday, right?
Bro, not
Or
my
for-
birthday. I don't remember why
just
we
for-
went.
just
for fun.
'cause.
We went to Cirque
Yeah.
du Soleil, and bro, midway through ask me what the show is about. Could not tell you. I have no idea. I literally was and first of all, the Cirque du Soleil seats are like these tiny little
Yeah.
seats, and you're like sitting like this next to strangers.
Yeah,
And so like at one point
that's so uncomfortable.
I was sitting next to Mark, and I just kind of like leaned on him, and I was like shaking, and he's like,
Oh my
"Are you
God.
okay?" And I was like, he's like, "Do you want to leave?" I was like, "Absolutely not. These tickets were $120 per ticket.
I'm
We're
gonna
watching the whole
suffer
show."
through this whole
We had an
entire show.
intermission. And so like we go outside, I get some air, I'm like trying to like chug water, like everything. There were points that I literally thought I was gonna puke, and I had this tiny little like, you know those tiny little cups that they give you for wine? Like they look like the little tiny-
Yes,
and it's like
yes,
literally like this
yes.
big. That's all I had. And I'm like, that's not gonna
No,
puke
that's not gonna.
it's over.
Actually,
And I was like literally looking at my purse, and I'm like, can I-
speaking of throwing up in a cup,
Oh,
one
God.
time I threw up in a cup. It
in a cup.
was Shane's house in Canada, like his parents' house.
Okay.
And I went there, and we had like we drank a lot, and he told me the next day that he found throw up in cups.
Yeah, that's even worse. You didn't even clean it out.
He's like, Stacy, there was no throw up anywhere else except for like these 3 cups.
Oh, so you just
I was just like,
next cup, swapping out the cups.
so that's proper. Like,
I definitely the places. Anyways, I one time was driving to go get my lashes done, and I was hungover as fuck. And I knew I was driving, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up, and I'm
Oh
like
my
trying to find
God.
something in the car. Nope.
so you just threw up.
Well, I like kind of try to like make it go back down, but some of it kind of came up, and then it was
In the car?
yes. I had to.
Uh.
I literally drove to. Jasmine lives right beside my lash lady.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Jasmine's, took my clothes off, grabbed clothes from her, and then went to the lash.
That's hilarious.
And she was also hungover, so she's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" I was like, "I need clothes." She's like laying in the bed. I'm like, "Move!" Like trying to find something to wear. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I've had some pretty mean hangovers.
Whatchamacallit? This episode is gonna be released like a couple days after Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And do you have plans for Valentine's Day?
Not really. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to dinner, but I don't know. We didn't really make any like concrete
Official
plans.
Yeah.
Like we usually hang out, and I'm sure I'll get a gift.
Do you give gifts on Valentine's Day?
I usually I'll get
Okay,
like
because-
sweets and stuff like that, and like
You'll get and you'll give?
I'll buy like
Okay.
sweets and stuff for us, and then like or I'll make dinner usually like
Yeah, you cook, so
yeah,
that's
I cook,
all.
so I
Yeah,
usually
this
make
episode's
dinner.
coming out on the 15th, and
You'll be in
Valentine's Day is on Tuesday. Yeah,
You'll be in Mexico.
I'll be in Mexico.
you're
I am
Mexico.
currently right now in Mexico, sipping on like pina colada. Probably.
Stay tuned for her to come back from Mexico and tell us that she's not drinking again because she almost died.
I
in
really
Mexico.
need to see. This is nice because I feel like I'm in the future and the past. So
You're
I'm
ridiculous.
definitely getting drunk there for sure, 100%. But no. Me and my boyfriend said that we should get tipsy. Like once we feel ourselves getting tipsy, like why go drunk? Honestly, I think it's very toxic of us. Like when we are like, I
As-
want to get
as a human?
blackout. Like you're actually going through something. I just want you to know. Like you should probably seek out
Like,
which
so
means like my
don't have-
whole like
have that
early
second drink.
20s.
Don't have that second drink.
I was hurting.
Make an appointment with your therapist.
100%.
It's not about.
There's no reason to want to get blackout or to
facts.
get there. Like there's no reason to ever get there. And I'm trying to just be tipsy. And then like when when you feel the warmth, like you have like 2 more drinks after that.
I mean, facts.
So chill out. But it's gonna be so hot there, and
Mom, we're recording the podcast. Hi, Mom. Look, you're right there on the podcast. Say hi. There's Mom. You want to say hi to the people? Say hi.
No, thank you.
Oh, she doesn't want to say hi.
Mom, we're recording.
Mom, we're in the middle of recording.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
Okay,
But yeah, I'll be in Mexico, whatever. Hopefully I just get tipsy. We'll see.
You know, the thing is, I think the reason that people get blackout is because sometimes when you get tipsy, you don't realize that you're tipsy until you keep drinking and then it gets worse. Because sometimes, like, you know when I realize that I'm about to be blackout? When you go to the bathroom and you know that moment when you're in the mirror and you're like,
kind of spinning.
okay, I don't know if anyone else does this.
But it's like fun
But you know
time,
when,
though.
yeah,
Like, it's a turn
you're
up
in the
the
bathroom by yourself and you're like, you finish doing you go to the bathroom, then you get up and you're looking in the
Look
mirror
at yourself
and you're drunk and you're just like,
drunk as
look
hell.
at you look great tonight. Like that's how I know I'm gonna be blackout. Like once I start talking to myself in the mirror, I'm blackout. Just leave me. It's over for me. It's over. And every time I've ever been blackout at Paige's house, I'll go to bed in her bed. Tell me why I wake up on the couch.
Wash. Oh, okay.
On the
I
couch.
thought you were gonna say on the floor in the wash.
No, wake up on the couch. Have no memory of going out there.
Yeah, the blackout is real. Honestly, sometimes I don't even have to drink that much to black out a piece of the night. I'm like, wow.
You know what's crazy? Paige will black out. Like, she'll be like telling you what happened that night. And then after she tells you, she completely forgets everything she just said. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? She's like, I don't really remember. I'm like, you just told me.
That's odd.
It's so weird. But it's because I think she's still in her blackout while she's talking to me.
That's the other thing. It's like the part that you black out during that part in the night. Like, is that like the peak of your drunk?
I guess. Like, it's like when you're at the like all-time high of your drunkenness.
Oh my God. And some people,
And then it's all downhill
some
from
people
there.
and the thing is, you might want to drink because it just, you're feeling good, or it's making the liquid courage is real. Like when I was young, that was one of the reasons why I drank, because I was more confident when I was
I feel
drunk.
like because you kind of used to be shy.
Yeah. And also, but then you like the hangovers are fucked up when you're older. It's not the same. And I usually would have like a 24-hour hangover anyway.
Oh God.
So it's just like really bad. I get horrible migraines. Like my brain feels dry. Like I'm so dehydrated, and that's why I need to drink water in between my drinks.
I've never heard anyone say my brain feels
Yo,
dry.
like needs lotion. Please help me.
It's just on ash, like just ashiness.
Like the moisture has left the building. It's so bad. So yeah, I'm trying not to, but they have the liquor dispensers there.
The fact that that's what, like, she said, I'm trying not to.
You could
but
pre-drink.
you don't have to
room.
but you don't have to drink it. You know, like, you know,
And
you could
alcohol is such a like widely accepted drug. It's actually the most. When I was not drinking, people made me feel bad for not drinking. And I was that friend. When I was in my 20s and even like 19, I was, if my friends didn't want to drink, I was that friend that's like pure pressuring you to drink.
Oh my God.
Oh, if you don't want to drink, like don't get close to me. I'm like, you have to drink. I
didn't really start drinking until I was like 21. I don't know. Alcohol just never it tasted weird before. I don't know. Now it tastes like sunshine.
I always was into hard liquor. That's probably why, like,
Even in the hard liquor since you were born.
jeez, yeah. So, and on top of that, when I do drink, let me talk about my sleepwalking, because I'm actually like, I sleepwalk all the time, actually, but like the worst time it had ever happened was when I was in university, until this next time that I'm going to talk about. But I was in university, and I guess it was stress. Like I was just so stressed. It was exam time, and when I sleepwalk, obviously I have no control, but I'll remember it. Like when I wake up the next day, I'll remember doing it. So
That's fucking weird.
yeah, it's crazy because I have like no control when I'm doing it. And all I remember is walking downstairs in the dark. It's like 2 a.m, putting on shoes, and then there's a washroom downstairs at the door. And my mom, like, and I'm about to open the door to go outside. It's winter, snow on the ground, everything. My mom comes out because she had just woken up from going to go to the washroom, and she's like, "What are you doing, Stacy?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have an exam." And she's just like, "Stacy, it's 2 a.m. on a Sunday." And then I woke up and she like brought me back upstairs. So I was just like, "Oh wow, like I didn't know it was that bad." Usually, like one time I walked to my cousin's room because she used to live with us, and I was just standing there.
That's the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life. If I woke up and you're just standing in the doorway, like, bro, I'm tackling you. I don't care.
So the last time that this has happened to me, like badly, this was the worst time ever.
This was the summer.
No, it wasn't.
The summer before?
I think it was the summer before.
Okay.
So my boyfriend's brother invited us to one of his friend's wedding receptions. So we went, and I had so much wine that night. Oh my gosh. It's so funny because like I'll probably never see that couple again, but they will forever remember me in their life because like we were dancing on the dance, like we were turning up on the dance floor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I was
Wedding crashers.
Wedding. I mean, I was I was invited, but yeah, just think wedding crashers. So like you know when they're like
when Vince
helping the girl with the chair.
When Vince Vaughn starts dancing with the stage 5 clinger, like the dad's just like,
I love that movie so much. Oh my
that
God,
movie's a great movie.
So then I went to bed. The last thing I remember is I guess going to bed, and then I wake up knocking outside of my apartment building. Like that's what I'm doing. First of all, I was wearing a wig at the time, so I had my hair cornrowed. I just had my hair cornrowed.
Straight back cornrows.
I sleep naked. I was out there with a blanket. Like I brought a blanket with me, but I live in the heart of downtown. Like I live downtown Ottawa. So so basically my boyfriend answers the door, and he's just like, "What the hell?" And then the next day or days later, because my the landlord has security cameras, so we asked him to pull the footage. He gave us the footage, and you see me, this is what happened. You see me with a blanket on, barefoot, naked underneath, walk outside, then I leave, like you can't see me anymore, but that's where my car was. And I'm gone out of the
camera view.
The camera view for like 2 minutes, and then I come back, and then I start like
she's like trying to push the door open.
I'm trying to open the door, but like if I was open, I would know to buzz because you can't get in unless someone buzzes you in or if you have the key fob. But I was like knocking on the door, like trying to like friggin' bust the door down, and then I'm just chilling beside the staircase because I'm like tired.
Over at
and
one
then I
point.
go back, and then I start like knocking on the door again, and then I can tell when I start waking up when I start actually buzzing like my apartment unit, and then I'm like buzzing, and then that's when I woke up, and then my boyfriend comes to the door, and my boyfriend was mortified. He was just like, I don't even know if I want to continue dating you because you're a liability.
I remember him being like, "Don't tell your mom."
It's just like, wow, like I get that I have to protect you, but like from
yourself. Like, I already gotta protect you from all these outside sources. Now I gotta protect you from you.
Like damn, like and then there's still to this day. This happens to me like every other weekend or something, and I'll just be like trying to plug in something.
What's wrong with you, bro?
For like I don't know, like I'm stressed.
I think someone needs to strap you to your bed. Like just
I want to do a sleep exam or sleep study because my boyfriend actually got a sleep study done and everything looked good, but I feel like it's obviously harder to pick up because it's like you're not in your element, it's not your bed, whatever. You might even have.
Do they give you sleeping pills?
I doubt they want to add anything. They want it to be very like
I don't know. I thought it was like, you know, like for sleep apnea, like people who have difficulties breathing. Like I thought that's what you.
Well, that's the thing. He wanted to check his oxygen levels when he sleeps. And they said they were fine.
I feel like I could never fall asleep in an.
I wouldn't be as comfortable, so I feel like it wouldn't. All of the things that I need to pop up wouldn't.
That's
pop
why
up.
I asked if they would give you a sleeping pill, because I feel like, first of all, I wouldn't even be able to like fall asleep because.
And they have a bunch of stuff on you.
Oh hell no!
Yeah,
I could never.
like
no,
he
I
had
could
a
never
bunch
do
of
me.
glue. He had to come take off and whatever.
You better give me. I need a sleeping pill because I ain't sleeping. Like I guarantee you, I'm not sleeping.
But yeah, so yeah, the sleep. I haven't slept walk in like a year and a half now, but I shouldn't drink like crazy because that's another reason why I slept walk that day.
So do you think it only happens when you're like heavy drinking or
No. Because I mean, shit. During university days, I was also drinking, so I couldn't tell you.
I'm dying.
But I've been drinking.
I feel like
for a
I
while,
remember
too.
you
It's hard to
sleepwalking
tell.
once when we were kids.
I don't know, but I had a dream about like some scary shit. I remember I thought like my mom was like.
I feel like that was a really traumatizing dream for you.
I was
because you still
traumatized.
remember it.
I remember it. Yeah.
That was scary.
But sometimes you have, when you can control
Lucid dreams. Yeah.
those ones are cool. That's happened to me a few times.
I've never had a lucid dream.
And apparently if you can lucid dream, then you can like astral project. Well, it might even be if you're a sleepwalker. Like that's me astral projecting 100%. Like
I don't even know what that means.
Like you're like your soul, like you kind of like are like an out of body experience.
Oh my God.
Like someone said that one time when they were able to lucid dream, they went outside of their house, and it's like if you've been there before, you can get there. So she like walked as far as possible, and then she got scared because she was so far away, and then she just woke up. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever sleepwalked or anything like that. I know I talk in my sleep.
You sleep talk, yeah.
I do.
My mom, sometimes we would wait. Hi, Mom. Sometimes we would wait until she would fall asleep.
To ask her for
things. And then she'd wake up, like she'd talk to us, but we know that she's not like, she's not going to remember this.
Mom? Like
and then we'd be like, Mom, we told you.
Okay.
And she's like, I don't remember. And I'm like, you said it. Like, you must not remember because you must have been tired. And she's just like, oh.
Yeah, we've definitely got Mom a few times with that when we were kids. Because, like, I always knew exactly when to ask her. Because, like, my mom, first of all, now she snores really loud. But before she didn't really snore that loud.
Now
but, like,
she's shaking the whole room.
Oh, yeah, she's shaking the house. Like, you know that song, Shake the Room? That's my mom. Because when she's snoring, like, I can't even sleep on the same floor of the house as her. Like, she's all the way in the basement, and my brother and I are on the third floor because
does Edric also?
No, he doesn't snore. Okay. But sometimes like she'll talk in her sleep, and like sometimes you think she's talking to you because like she's actually having a full blown conversation.
That's the crazy thing.
But I feel like it hasn't happened like a lot lately.
No, I haven't had.
My ex used to swear in his sleep.
Really,
bro? Like I remember when we moved into our apartment in Gatineau. Mm-hmm. Stacey.
I think I remember you telling me
he was literally no, like he doesn't just talk in his sleep. He's cussing like you blah blah blah. Like I'm like fucking bitch blah blah. I'm like are you talking to me? Like I remember one night I was like
he must be dreaming and
my ex he went to jail in Vancouver, and he told me that one time his cellmate woke him up and almost fought him because the guy thought he was talking to him, but he was dreaming and he was like fighting in his dream, and he was like cussing and like swearing at whoever he was fighting, and the guy like woke him up out of his sleep, like basically like grabbing him, and he was like, yo, what the hell? And he's like, who the fuck you talking to? He's like, I was sleeping, bro. I was not talking to you.
That's messed
like
up.
Man's almost caught these hands, bro.
One time I was sleeping, and then I can hear someone talking. Like I can hear a conversation going on. And then next thing you know, I wake up talking, and my boyfriend is literally having a conversation with me. So I get this from Mom. Oh my God. So he's having a conversation with me, but then because I woke up, I forgot what I was talking. Like I had no idea that I was talking to him. So I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you were literally just talking to me. And I'm like, I was having a dream and I could hear someone talking. So I woke up and he's just like, you were talking to me. And I'm like, and then there are times where he's like, I'll listen to you talk, because like he's trying to figure out what I'm dreaming about. Like this guy's trying to catch me.
Oh yeah, this
slipping
guy's
or
trying to catch you
something.
slipping. He's like,
get out of here.
He's always trying to catch you
He
slipping. I honestly, I was told that I cry in my sleep
Oh my
when I have a bad
God.
dream. Apparently, but I kind of know that this is true because I've had bad dreams and I'm scared in my dream and I'll start crying and I wake up and I have tears. Like I'm like, there's
Wow.
tears coming down my eyes. Like told me that one time, he's like, you were like making this weird like whimpering sound and you just kept saying no, no, no. And I was just like, and there was tears
God.
coming down my eyes. I'm like, that's the weirdest thing ever.
That is so weird.
Sleep is like you're like the way people sleep is
Yeah,
freaking
it
weird.
is really weird. I feel like all the like subconscious shit comes out when you sleep.
That's why people try to catch people slipping. Like
I
your
feel like the
boyfriend.
last thing we should talk about, because we have like 10 minutes, we should talk about, because we talked about how this episode is coming out the day after Valentine's Day. And like, I have an honest question. Like, how does it feel to be spending Valentine's with your boyfriend the day after Valentine's Day because he spent Valentine's Day with his first girlfriend?
Are you asking me?
No,
I
but
was like, I don't fucking know.
I literally heard that before and I was like, that's so messed up that you always get like the Christmas,
I mean, at
like,
least
the Boxing
chocolates are
Day.
on sale.
That's a fact. Oh my, and that's probably perfect for the guy too,
Yeah,
because he's
you
just
get-
like, shit, I'm gonna go pull up to the shoppers real quick.
Yeah, 50% off chocolate.
I did that after Halloween. I went and
I believe that.
so that's a fact. So it's cheaper. The flowers
Yep.
are probably
bears.
cheaper.
By the way, they have
teddy
those
bears.
massive ass teddy bears at Walmart right
I
now, and I
want
low key want one, but I
one.
don't know
have space.
where is it gonna go.
No,
where?
we can't get that.
Like no.
But, like-
First of all, my dog would tear that shit to shreds. Mila would tear it apart.
I remember one time I was seeing this guy. This is the first guy I was seeing after I was single for like
A million years.
ever. And we were seeing each other for like maybe a month. And into the month, Valentine's Day was coming up. And I was asking him what he's doing for that weekend. And he was saying how he was busy.
What a dick.
He's like, oh, like I'm busy. Like we can hang out the next day. Or like literally, like this was happening to me.
Did he have
and
a
I was
wife?
like, he was the one with the wife.
I'm
He
dying.
was the one.
No. How did
then-
I know?
Then
It's a
after that
married
weekend,
man.
after that weekend, I was just like, yeah, that was hella sketch. Like, what the hell? And then he was just like, I need to tell you something. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I'm married. I'm like,
Oh my god.
God.
These married men.
Oh, please.
These
just-
married men. These
And this
married
was
men
the
be for
first
everybody.
guy. Like, I feel for people that have been in a relationship for years and then they come to out in these ratchet streets
Yep.
and they bump into these people.
It's a cesspool.
It's so bad.
Tinder
that was
is
the first time, and I
Tinder
was like,
is literally
wow.
the cesspool of Ottawa. Like that's just the leftovers. Like everyone's just every time. You know that SpongeBob thing when he's like, the gang's all here. Like that's people re-downloading Tinder when they end up a relationship.
But there
like,
are like cycles, and you know how people. I know we all think we're gonna be with our man, our woman, whatever, for the rest of our lives. But people break up. Let's be real.
first
here.
of all, I don't.
And
think
there's
that at all.
probably
I
there's
don't know
probably
what
a
you're talking about.
cycle of people breaking up. Like maybe this is the year where a lot of people are gonna be single again, or a lot of people are gonna get in a relationship.
So the cesspool will get wider.
Exactly. Like it always replenishes, you know? Like Diana's boyfriend he's been going to a lot of weddings and he was literally saying how like this is like the divorce and wedding season. Like a lot of people that just got divorced, they've been married for 7 years and then now the 7 years is gone, everyone got divorced and everyone's also getting married at the same time.
I mean, there are a lot of weddings coming.
There are so many weddings coming up. And then there's so many guys saying they're never getting married. Who are these men? Like, I'm so confused.
Listen, they're either married or they ain't shit. Like that's the quality of man.
No,
at this
stop it.
point. I mean the single cesspool ones, the ones that are on Tinder, the ones that are
Okay, well,
the same
listen.
the same guys who have women at home but are swiping on Tinder like they don't.
That I'll never understand why you would, like, I get it, it's more convenient, but why would you expose yourself while you're in a relationship, create a dating app with your face on it? You don't think
That's the part that makes
your
it even
girl's
funnier.
friends, like, I feel like nowadays it would be harder because my friends, most of my friends are in a relationship, so they're
Same.
not on the apps. But when I, like, 5 years ago, if you're in a relationship and you're on Tinder or Bumble, you're dumb. Like,
I
someone
literally-
screenshotted that the second you made your profile.
I literally have seen this before.
Oh my
and I also know
God.
what it's like to have married men try to be all up in your booty hole. Like, bro, go away. Go hang out with your wife.
Like, I respect more the freaking couples that are on there trying to find a third person, but really, you're already a couple. And
at least they're doing it together. The couple who
No, I understand.
a couple who threesomes together stays together.
100%,
Okay?
100%. But like, you're in a relationship and you made a dating app, like, just go on Instagram then. Use Instagram as your dating app. Don't go on the dating
Because
app.
the thing about the Instagram is because most guys are trying to like fucking shoot their shots with like the Lori Harveys of the world. That girl ain't answering your fucking message. Just carry on
No.
away. Like, just
No.
move it along.
Listen, they're saying like average girls are so delusional, like they don't know what. And I agree. Like some girls are delusional. I've been delusional before, but they don't know what their their league is. Like they're saying like you're an average girl, you should go for an average guy. But like
That's
I
not
see
facts.
and I see average girls with average guys all the time. What are you talking about?
tens with average looking guys.
I
Like,
see so many average people together. Like that's
Or I see-
the average, is it not?
I've seen guys that are super hot and their girlfriends are not as hot.
My
Like, there's
friend was
more-
talking about that. She
there's
said
more to a
that
relationship.
in Toronto, it's more likely that the guy looks good and the girl looks ugly, whereas here it's more likely that the girl looks good and the guy looks whatever.
I mean,
And I don't care a little ugly. Like I don't want like a pretty
excuse
boy.
me,
I don't want.
I'm here for the little ugly guys.
I don't.
eh?
I'm not
The
here
little
for
ugly
you
guys-
for the looks.
Listen, a little ugly is nothing. Like, your personality will take
You'll
away the
come
little bit of,
through.
even if you're not like you honestly, you can be a 4 with a great personality and make you an 8.5.
But then I have to agree with the guys is like a lot of these guys don't get seen. Like what we think is average is actually like an above average guy.
Is it?
Yeah. So it just doesn't work because
I
like
just-
the people we're talking about, like the incels could never like.
Oh, no. Okay, but,
exactly,
like,
so I
Listen.
don't know what to tell
The
guys.
difference is that there's guys that are a little bit like not, let's say they're not top 10s,
Mhm.
but they don't hate women and they're nice to be around and they're a fun time and they have a sense of humor and like they're creative. Like, there's different qualities to them, but as opposed to like an incel who hates women and is sitting there talking shit about
Yeah,
women.
but even
What are you bringing?
even a regular guy
Yeah.
that's around you can have these incel mentalities. Like,
Yeah, I guess.
or not even incel, but just men like it's just a men's mentality. Like that's what it is. They're men and they have that mentality. It's a men mentality. But like there are like, first of all, if you're 5, and I'm saying 5'7" because I'm 5'7", sure. If you're 5'7" and above, your chance has like
Yeah, cut in half.
like your chances are higher than if you're lower than 5'7", and then but the thing is, the more inches you have, the chances gets even higher.
yeah, it gets cut by like
if
10%
you're
each
just
time.
like a 5'10" guy, you're lucky. You're blessed already. Like, obviously you can't be a freak, but
I'm
you
5'3",
already have an
so-
advantage.
I'm
And
5'3",
short,
so
like, yeah, you're
for
a
me,
short
it's-
girl and you don't mind how tall the guy is, which I respect because you're short.
I am short.
You should take over some of the population that is shorter.
100%. I have no
But
problem.
like a
as
lot of
long
short
as-
girls love tall ass
I've
guys.
dated tall guys and like I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. Like, you
It
being
does.
tall.
though.
No, I mean, you say that because you're tall, but I'm just saying like there's no difference in the kind of guy it is just because he's short or tall. Like, that's what I mean.
No, but
But
being
also-
tall or being short could like
Yeah,
you can
like-
have the Napoleon
That's true. I mean,
complex.
I personally
You,
like.
you have that.
Excuse you? Oh, you think I have a Napoleon complex?
Like you're like a little you're like a small dog, but like you think you're a big dog.
Oh my god, that's so mean.
A lot of these short girls, they think they're big. Like they.
I
think
mean, do
they
I
give
think I
off
could?
the big?
Do I think I could
energy.
throw hands all the time? 100%. Will I? No.
You don't want to fight my sister.
I don't want to fight anyone. I'm not out here
okay.
trying to fight.
I know you're not.
I will,
haven't
but I don't want
haven't-
to.
Well, I haven't seen you fight since like you beat me up, but like. But I don't remember. Oh, I think the last time I heard was like, listen, guys, I'm not, of all my friends, I'm always like, I could beat you up, whatever. My sister, I know I can't. I've tried.
Yeah, I know. She got her ass whooped.
I tried and I couldn't. Like, if you can beat your older sibling up, and especially if you have the situation with me, like I'm taller than my sister. Even my boyfriend too. Like, I don't think he could beat his older brother who's shorter than him up. Cause like there's just a strength
I
that
think
they have.
I think we have a different kind of anger.
Yours
Like
is like
mine is like, you know, like I was forced to be a parent before I wanted to be, so I think I think I have a lot of. And also, like, if you come at me, I'm like, bro, I raised you. I'll fucking knock you out. Are you crazy?
yeah, no. Unless I literally like took up some combat sport or whatever, I'm just not beating her.
Anyways, we're not trying to fight. That's not what this is. That's not the case.
No.
All I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with guys that are short. I don't know why short girls make it seem like they need to be with a 6'3" guy.
They're not
Like,
going. Most likely, they're not going to be. There's not that many.
I'm just saying,
guys
like,
that are that
leave
tall.
the tall guys for the tall girls, eh? Like, it's fine. Like, you're not gonna die because you're dating a guy that's 5'8" if you're 5'2". Like,
But
come on.
again, I wasn't talking about the 5'6" guys or anything like that because I could never.
Yeah, but that's because he's shorter than you.
Mom dated guys that were shorter than her.
Only my dad.
My mom's 5'10",
And
so
my
like,
dad's
she has to
5'9".
make a decision. Like, am I wearing heels? Am I not? Am I dating a short guy or a taller guy? Because he's most likely not going to be mine.
I guess my dad had a good personality at the time.
Oh, 100% for the personality. And I fuck with the guys that were picked because of personality.
I
like
guys.
that's what you
Yeah.
want.
Yep.
So
Anyways, so I think we're done.
yeah, we're done.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram,
Instagram.
YouTube, and TikTok.
Yep.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Yep.